I think I've been a pretty lucky guy. I've won a lot of golf tournaments. And I've won a lot of major championships. I expected every time I teed it up to go out and win. I know that you're not going to win every time. And there's times when guys beat you, and there's times when you blow it yourself. I won some. A person who was as dominant as I was supposed to have been should have won more. I never really ever achieved what I thought I could achieve or wanted to achieve. But does anybody?
He's remarkable. You are a legend.
It's something that I've thought about. Champions stay on too long. I've stayed on longer than I should stay on. But I think this more is a ceremonial walk for me. It's been a long walk, a long time, a lot of years, a lot of great things. And this was the place that I wanted to end my golfing career, was here at St. Andrews. If I'm going to end my career, I'd like to end it at the home of golf.
ABC Sports, in association with the PGA Tour, presents Jack Nicklaus, the greatest champion.
With mixed martial arts, it's pretty much like a Rubik's Cube of colors. Doing strikes as boxing, doing 1-2 punches. That or doing kickboxing, kicking a guy to the head, or elbowing him, or kneeing him, taking a guy and you're arm locking him. You look for a knee bar, a heel hook. I'm changing positions, changing levels, looking for takedowns. Once I take you down, I'm gonna look for a submission. An arm comes up, pull back, I pop this, you're done.
If you're going to be a top quarterback, you have to win, and you have to do it in the playoffs. And, you know, Peyton Manning's but he hasn't won a Super Bowl.
Peyton still has not won the big one yet, because if you're Peyton Manning, there are no big regular season games. He has to win a playoff game.
The game they lost in 2002 to the Jets in New Jersey was a disaster, 41-0. The guy who's supposed to be the most prepared guy on the field looked the least prepared.
$1.7 billion were there for his birth. 220 countries tuned in for his first step. The world stood still for that stolen kiss. And as he grew, so did the technology. An entire human life recorded on an intricate network of hidden cameras and broadcast live and unedited 24 hours a day, 7 days a week to an audience around the globe.
I'm born. I'm alive. I breathe.
We were a team of college players with very little international experience. Nobody in the world, and I say the world, thought we could win. I guess that's what makes sports so great, is that you always believe you can win, and if you don't believe you can win, you shouldn't be in the game in the first place. We believed.
Those guys always had you in mind, all you guys in mind. They really wanted to do you justice.
I think clearly, the fact that Herb was our coach made us believe we could win. I mean, he was always positive, never negative. Constantly throughout the Olympic Games, he kept telling us that the Soviets were ripe. They were ready to be beaten. If anybody can beat them, it will be you guys.
That game, as we were watching it, of course, from outside, looking in, it meant everything to us. This was America against Russia, and we just knew it was going to be the horrible reality of life coming out, and we were going to get crushed.
People don't realize the scope of the Soviet team. There were soldiers in the military. They played together not for 1 year. Some of these guys were going for their third Olympic gold medal. That's 12 years playing together as a team.
I'm sick and tired of hearing about what a great hockey team the Soviets have. This is your time. Listen to them. That's what you've done.
Made Americans feel proud, and I think our moment was one that touched everybody's lives. And I guess it's very special for me to know I was a part of something like that people can look back on and feel proud of.
In this show, we'll give you the top 5 reasons you can't blame hardcore NASCAR fans for hating Jeff Gordon. But despite NASCAR's surge to the top of America's sports agenda, Gordon suffered the disdain of the hardcore stock car fan. In a word, he just wasn't country.
That's the man right there. The hell of Gordon.
There were people out there to get Jeff Gordon. There were people out there making shirts up, Gordon sucks. There were people out there just planting rumors.
Once you reach sort of the critical mass of hatred, then there's not going to be any limit to the kind of mud that will be slung, no matter how slanderous it may be.
And the rumor mill wasn't done turning out unfounded information on Gordon.
Jeff told me Earnhardt even came up to me one day and asked if I was gay. Well, I printed the quote.
Whew, I have no idea where that one came from. That one pretty much came out of left field. I think that was definitely below the belt.
By God, if my man Earnhardt's questioning his sexual preference, then I better question it. Honey, it ain't no use you dreaming about him anymore.
The reason why it's called the Big House is we got 3 companies, 2 engines, 1 truck. It's a great house to be in. Brotherhood with 16 guys, you got to watch each other's backs. Something could go wrong at any given time.
The Brotherhood is just what it is, the Brotherhood. They call us the bravest. If you're doing this job anyway, I consider you the bravest. It doesn't just have to be New York. And that type of camaraderie is, it's really true.
Just think about going into a burning building. I mean, you don't know what's going to happen. I mean, anything could happen.
We wish you peace, we wish you prosperity in the new millennium.
This much-feared morning after brought no bad news.
In 3 minutes, 6-year-old Elian Gonzalez.
The judge ordered Microsoft broken into 2 pieces.
We will find out who was responsible and hold them accountable.
Florida goes for Al Gore.
May I have your attention, please?
Bush wins.
May I have your attention, please?
I offer my concession.
Will the real Slim Shady please stand up?
Officially elected George Bush the 43rd President of the United States.
The odds he had to overcome were just insane. The fact that he was a caddy, he came from a poor household. The fact that he grew up across the street from a course he couldn't attend. His goal is right there in front of him. He just can't grab it. His father was an immigrant. Mother was an immigrant. He was the first generation American. Golf was his life. It wasn't just like an activity or a sport to him. It was a way of getting out of where he was at. One of the most beautiful human beings ever that I've ever read about or known.
The greatest game ever played, it's not referring to the sport, it's referring to this particular match. Our story is about Francis Ouimet. It's a story that I think it just speaks to people in a universal way.
To a golfer, you know, the best golf films to a golfer are the comedies, because the honest one hasn't been done yet. So when people say, oh, I hope it's not another golf film, I understand why. For golfers, I want them to walk away saying that's the best golf film that's ever been made and ever will be made. For sports fans, I want the same response. I would hope that they would walk away and say, that's Rudy. That's, you know, that's Remember the Titans.
The movie's really about character and following your dreams, believing in yourself and overcoming adversity. We all have to be tested in life. You don't grow unless you're tested. And I think these are universal stories because it is a hero's journey.
This is a complete all-American film. It's a father-son story. There's a love story that's not pushed too far. Also, the Eddie Lowry, Francis Ouimet story, which is a true story that, you know, he found this 10-year-old caddy. He's in the U.S. Open, right? He's 19, 20 years old, and you're playing against Harry Vardon, who's a champion, has a 40-year-old caddy, and your caddy is eyeing up the other caddy, and he's 10? I mean, it's nuts. And this is true stuff. I can't make this kind of stuff up. The truth is, the film isn't about golf. It's about all those things I just mentioned. And that's really why I took the film. That's why I did the film. It wasn't the golf. It wasn't any of that. It was the story of this man.